Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this channel we provide the in-depth knowledge of different programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, .NET, Oracle, etc. which differentiate you with others. In our series of Tuesday and Saturday interview question on C and C++, today is Saturday. So we are posting another set of questions. Go through this. Each and every question is very important in terms of your interview. It helps you to crack the interview of C and C++, any technical interview of C and C++ in any big company like TCS, INFOSYS, etc. Let's start. Our first question in that series is, can a non-static member function access the static data? Can a non-static member function access the static data? Answer will be yes. Non-static member function works on object as well as on static data members. That we have already gone through. Yes, answer will be yes. Yes, non-static member function works on object as well as on static data members. Whereas reverse is not possible. What does it mean? Ki static member function cannot access non-static members of the class. Question 2 or next question. In which of the following cases can we have const keyword? Means const keyword can be used in which of the cases? With normal variables or function arguments or member function of a class or a member function of the arguments or an object. Answer is, in all the 5 cases we can have const qualifier. The const qualifier can be used in all the given cases. We can have constant variable, we can have constant function arguments, we can have constant member functions also, we can have constant member function argument as well as we can have constant object. Next question, is multiple inheritance is different from multi-level inheritance? What does it means? Now C++ supports 5 type of inheritance. What is inheritance? Inheritance is the process of creating new classes called the derived class. What I am saying? Inheritance is the process of creating new classes called derived classes from the existing classes. These existing classes are known as base classes. Getting my point? So here we are having 2 classes, one is derived class and one is base class. The derived class inherits all the capabilities of the base class but can add new features and refinements of its own. The derived class inherits all the capabilities of the base class but can add new features of its own. By adding these features, the base class remains unchanged. Okay, so this is inheritance. So C++ supports 5 type of inheritance. 2 are multiple and multi-level. What is multiple and multi-level? Answer will be yes. Means there is a difference between multiple and multi-level inheritance. In multiple inheritance, deriving a class from 2 or more than 1 classes, 2 or more. On the other hand, multiple level of inheritance means a class has been derived from a base class and the base class itself has been derived from the another base class. Okay, this is an example of multiple. In multiple we are having 1 class, 2 class, from this 2 class we are creating this class A, B and C. So A is a base class, B is a base class. From both the class we are deriving a class called C. Whereas multiple, A, then B, then C. A, B, C. So B is a derived class of A class, whereas that same B is a C is a derived class of a base class B. So base class is acting as a derived class of A, whereas base class B, this B class is acting as a base class of C. So this is an example of multi-level and this is an example of multiple. So if somebody asks, is there any difference between multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance, answer will be yes. Next question, what is the static binding and dynamic binding? What do you mean by binding? The term binding means refers to the connection between a function call and the actual code executed as a result of the call. Now from C only we are learning that whenever we make a function call, the linker links the function call with the function definition, and after executing all the statement, the control comes back to the same statement from where the function call is made. The term binding means refers to the connection between a function call and the actual code executed as a result of that call. When the function call gets resolved at the compile time, it is called static binding or early binding or compile time binding. What does it mean? If a compiler can figure out at the time of compilation which code will be executed as a result of this call, so that binding is known as early binding, static binding or compile time binding. But if compiler is not able to figure out at the time of compile time and take the decision at the time of runtime, so that binding is known as runtime binding. When the function gets resolved at runtime, it is called dynamic binding or late binding or runtime binding. This can be achieved using virtual functions in C++. Whereas in Java, every function by default is a virtual function. We are not discussing Java, but in C++, this dynamic binding can be achieved using virtual functions. Next question, what is upcasting? Upcasting means storing the address of a derived class object in a base class pointer. Upcasting means storing the address of the derived class object in a base class pointer. This is implicitly done. Why? Because every derived class object is of type base class. Every derived class object is of type base class, whereas downcasting is not implicit. That you have to do explicitly. Why? Because every derived class, every base class is not of type derived class. Getting my point? हर बच्चा अपने माँ बाप के जैसे है, लेकिन हर माँ बाप अपने बच्चे जैसा नहीं. So upcasting means storing the address of a derived class object in a base class pointer, because every derived class object is of type base class. Suppose we are having, let's take an example. Suppose we are having a class called shape. From that shape class we are deriving three classes: circle, rectangle and line. So I can say that every circle is a shape, but I cannot say that every shape is a circle, because there is a line as well as rectangle also. So every derived class object is of type base class, whereas every base class object is not of type derived class. That is why upcasting is implicit, whereas downcasting is always explicit, because you have to specify whether that shape is a circle or a line or a rectangle. Getting my point? So these are the 5 questions that we have posted. Go through this. If any doubt, you can ask me on the comment box. I will try to reply your questions in 24 hours. Thank you very much. If you like the content of this channel, please like, share and subscribe as much you can. It motivates us. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.